Hey Ken, see if this helps you. I'm not really sure what your level of understanding jazz lines is. You say you know your modes and everything really well, but the modes really don't have anything to do with playing jazz. Um, I'll show you just a basic line here, and tell me if this helps because I like your solo in that like countryish tune. It was very nice. You were playing over the chords, making things work. It was really tasteful solo. Like I said, I would approach it more or less the same way. I might sound a little bit jazzier here and there, but to fit that song, I'm going to make it sound like country, like that type of feel that it has, and that's the right thing to do. You don't want to go forcing bebop lines and jazz lines all over a song like that. I mean, it's totally out of context. But when you learn bop and jazz, what it helps you do is it helps you do what you were doing. You were hearing the changes and playing nice and tasteful on that, and on other songs, you'll start to connect chromatic lines and jazz it up a little more as you learn more jazz lines and understand the way the chords relate. On that song, it really didn't matter how the chords related because you're playing over each individual chord. There wasn't any like extended sevenths or ninths or anything like that. It was all basic triads, and there was a couple places that would help you if you're having trouble with it, but you weren't. So I'm not even going to go there because it may just confuse you. But anyway, I hope if you can see this. Let me see. I'll do it. Can you see that? Let's see. I'll do it in B here because you can. That's not off the camera. But a bop line and say B minor 7. Like I don't know if this would help you, but something like let me see. I'm gonna do every time. Okay, something like that. Now that's like a typical George Benson or Charlie Parker or Grant Green line, and it's in B minor. Now you may know. I don't know if you, I'm just. This is pretty basic, but it would be starting on the fifth, and then that's something you would know. The fifth, seventh, fifth, sixth, and then flat 5 5. So see how it's encircling that fifth. 5 7 5 6 flat 5 5. Then 4 3 2 flat 3 5 7 9 root. So it's and the thing is once you learn these lines, it's hard to repeat them because you always play everything differently. So that would be one. And it's important to understand what's happening in that line over the B minor chord. So you have that major third there, but just a passing note. Flat 5 5, then 4 major third, 9 up to the flat 3. So it's encircling. Hear how it accents that flat third on that chord? You're accenting. So you're accenting the 5 and then the 3. Okay, that's how the bop players play it. And then up the arpeggio. 3 5 7 9 1. And I mean, I could just spin them out. Like I just making it up. Every time it's going to be different, and that's what when you learn the bop lines and how they work, you can do that, and then you start to add on like the 5 chord over top of it. Then it starts to sound really tasteful. But let me give you one more over that B minor. It would maybe something like this. Okay, so that's over B minor, but I'm playing an F sharp minor arpeggio first, starting a half step below the F sharp. So I'm starting on an F note. And then you can mix that in with the other line you just learned. Start mixing them together. That's up and down the octaves of this stuff. It's hard. It's. I'm not a good teacher. For me to sit here and make stuff up like this, I'm not good at it because I never do it. I play. I don't think about it. So that's why I'm very rough here. But again, you want it on the D minor, on the minor third. That's really easy. I'm just going to the third, the fifth, to the root. And that's another thing I'll get bop players. Like trilling off of a note. Rock players do that too, but it's different. And then B minor, starting on the fourth, chromatically down to the third, then an F sharp minor arpeggio, down a half step, Grant Green. That's all on one chord before we're even starting to switch and playing any altered lines. But you know, you like the flashier stuff like the Benson and the Django Reinhardt. That's, you know, a lot of the sweeping arpeggios, and a lot of it's just playing this stuff faster. It's all the same stuff. It's just played faster. So let me know if that helps you or not. I know it's really rough. I'm sorry. I've been working all day. I just picked up my guitar to do this little video because I was writing you, and I was too tired to type this stuff out. So sorry for the sloppy playing, but maybe that'll help a little bit. Let me know. If not, I could do something else. All right, man. Have a good night.